Oh, Antena Batonombono, Akakumenes, English Kamandoza, Antena Yinkinga Yake, Spanish Madoka, Antena Batonombono, Akakumenes, English Kamandoza, Antena Yinkinga Yake, Spanish Mabade,
And that was Nomzamo and Shante performing for us live here in the Morning Live studio. And as soon as Shante took off his top, one of our camera ladies actually looked at him, kind of looked at his face and said, can I poke it? Can I check if it's actually real? Thank you so much for that wonderful performance from Nomzamo and Shante. And of course, this is because the Arnold Classic Africa is taking place this coming weekend. Launched and supported by bodybuilding legend Arnold Schwarzenegger, the inaugural Arnold Classic Africa will host 40 different sports. It's not only going to be bodybuilding and different events at the Sandton Convention Centre starting on Friday till Sunday. Now, to chat a little bit more about this, we've got one of the organisers here in studio, Mr. Wayne Price. A very good morning to you and welcome to Morning Live.
Valen, thank you for having us here.
Okay, so let's just start with our bodybuilders, with our athletes that have taken the time to actually come and be with us in studio this morning. I mean, how much does it mean that an event of this stature comes to South Africa?
I think coming back to Arnold himself, Arnold calls it his fitness crusade. It's now going to be Arnold on 6 different continents. It's 28 years in Columbus, Ohio already. And he created this platform for the amateur athletes to get the platform where they can get the recognition they deserve. And we've always said it, I've said it before, is that we've got the most amazing athletes in South Africa. But a lot of time the challenge is faced finances, is to travel to the world to compete at international events. That's why it's such a great honor to bring this event with the partnership with Arnold to South Africa, and they can compete here. We've got over 70 countries competing at this event.
My goodness. So there's this competition element. We've got Nomzamo and Shante that are actually going to be taking part. Can you just explain to people who aren't really exposed to the sport of bodybuilding often how it actually works? How do you compete?
Well, the thing is, as you see, there's 47 different sporting codes, now 48. But I mean, it's from chess, it's arts and culture. There's so many different variations. So we have the amateur element and the pro element. So in the categories where Shanti and Zoe is going to be competing is the amateur bodybuilding. These athletes compete in different divisions, be it bodybuilding. Zoe competes in the body fitness for ladies, and in that then they can actually qualify now to become pros. We also have the pros at the show. We've brought the most incredible pros from all over the world to compete at the event, and I think that's a goal that most of our amateur athletes are striving for, is to become and be seen as a pro athlete.
Some people will call it art and others will call it a sport. And you have to deal with this question quite often. Where do you place bodybuilding?
The body is a canvas. I see it very much as art. You know, these athletes go through weeks and weeks of preparation. And it's no sciences. It's just doing the same thing over and over and over and getting it right. They follow a regimen of strict dieting. And that goes in for weeks, and that sometimes is the biggest downfall for a lot of people when it comes to the dieting. The training obviously plays an important role to it, but it's getting that right. And I think it's amazing for these athletes to be able to bring the body to the stage, and then the work's done. Next weekend, on the Friday and the Saturday, when the amateurs are on stage, the work's done. Then they've got to present it to the panel of international judges, and on that basis, that's where the art comes in.
Is Mr. Schwarzenegger himself actually going to be one of the judges and taking a look at what Shante and Nomzamo have to offer?
Arnold will be here. He's arriving later this week. Obviously, he loves the sport. As we know, he comes out of the bodybuilding sector, but there's so many different sporting codes. So Arnold won't be judging at the actual event. He will be there, he'll be supporting, but he'll be also supporting all the other sporting codes. He visits each and every one.
Okay.
He just loves it, especially the youth program in the event. And then we also have the trade expo. So we got a great trade expo which Arnold will be visiting everybody. So yes, the opportunity to see Arnold, they will be definitely.
So actually it's not just about the bodybuilding competition. There's a lot of different sports that are actually going to be on display at the Sandton Convention Centre.
Absolutely. We've taken up the whole of Sandton Convention Centre, all the levels. So we've basically managed every floor space. We got sporting codes involved there, and that's what makes it exciting, because we know, as I said earlier, with all the people travelling here and our partnership with Gauteng Provincial Government, we're going to bring everybody to Gauteng to this event, and they're going to experience what amazing events going to be in the building.
That's massive. How much money is it bringing into the province?
Well, we're obviously going to be doing an impact study with regards to that, but we do believe that it's going to be millions. If we take reference to what happens in the other continents, within Columbus, I mean, there's millions of rands brought into the country because of the Arnolds. As a matter of fact, there's hotel groups in Columbus that have actually built extra hotels to accommodate Columbus once a year.
My word. Great. Thank you very much for coming in, and all the best of luck with the event, which begins on Friday.
It begins on Friday.
Lovely stuff. That's Wayne Price, who is part of the organising committee for the Arnold Classics Africa. And earlier we saw Nomzamo as well as Shante perform for us here on Morning Live. They'll be competing in the competition, and we're going to have Arnold Schwarzenegger also coming to South Africa as part of this inaugural Classics, which is going to be here on the continent. It's time now for us to take a break. We've got more coming your way from Morning Live after this.